Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and here I'd like to share with you my creative endeavors knitting at the moment. As you can see, today we're also joined by my little helper, my cat. She's enjoying this little bit of sunshine we have in the UK, so she's happy kitten. Today I'm coming to you with a special episode about my ambitious plans in summer knitting. It's going to be my first summer, so I'm quite open and I'm sure there are mistakes to be made, but I'm really looking forward to try all these gorgeous summer yarns. So I will be sharing 11 patterns with you. So if you have knitted some of them or if you're planning to knit them this summer, please let me know in the comments below. Let's share our experiences and see what comes out. Okay, so let's dive in. As I said, I will be knitting 11 patterns or items, I guess, this summer. There will be 5 tops, 3 t-shirts or tees, yeah, or a blouse, and a knitted bag. For some of these patterns, I will share yarn which I already have, and I'm planning to use them. Obviously, for some I still don't have yarn or haven't decided what I'm going to use. I will show the images of an image of the pattern I'm discussing somewhere here on the screen, as well as the name. So, but also for your convenience, if at the later time you would like to check the patterns, I will just link in the description below the whole bundle, so you just can find the one that you're interested in. If I'm not looking at the screen, it means I'm checking my notes, as not all the details of patterns I can remember by heart, so I apologize in advance. So let's dive in. So first of all, tops. The first top I would like to discuss with you is Pebble top. Pebble top Solar. It is a pattern by Lene, Holme, Samsøe and was released in April 2023. And the designer suggests to use Isair Trio 2 yarn, and it is a sport weight yarn apparently. 28 stitches and 36 rows is their recommended gauge on 3mm needles. This is a gorgeous, elegant pattern, and I really like the edges, like they're gonna be crocheted here. Of the straps, so they actually the designer mentions that it's not an advanced crochet technique, so I'm hoping that I've used hook before, crochet hook, but let's just say I'm nowhere near even the beginner, so it's gonna be something new. The one thing I'm thinking of changing possibly for this top is that I noticed a couple of people, they actually didn't just have a crochet strap, but they extended the strap to make it more bra friendly, which is something I'm quite keen to do, and I might do that as well. So it's just one thing which might be changed, but otherwise it's just very elegant, very delicate camisole, and I'm really looking forward to knitting it. I've got yarn already for it, so let me just share. It is the same yarn as recommended, is a yarn trio. Let me just share it with you. This gorgeous yarn. It is 50% linen, 30% cotton, and 20% lyocell. In 50 grams you have 175 meters. It's quite interesting to the touch. It's quite hard, I would say, but I quite like that. You almost feel like, I guess because it has linen, and linen it can dye differently, because you have like almost, you feel like 2 strands, one darker, one lighter. So I assume maybe one of them probably is linen, because I've heard that linen is quite different in the way it dyes. But I really like the look of this coral, I would guess, coral color. It's black. I think it's called blush, if I'm not mistaken. Does this actually have a name here? Yeah, color blush. Yes. So I've got 3 of these, and yeah, can't wait to knit that. Okay, let's move to the next one. The next top is Slanting Slip On by Ventzel. Another one, another elegant top with this kind of graphic pattern and high neck here. The design is also just like the last one, is worked top down, and I really like this pattern. Unlike the previous one, this one is DK weight, and the suggested yarn is Lene's Do Not Luxury Silk. I did look into this yarn. I don't have it currently because I'm still not sure whether I would like the same neutral look as Anne Ventzel has, or would I want to go for something more bright and colorful this summer. So we will see. But I really like it, and I think because this silk is like a chain silk yarn, so quite specific, I think the top would benefit from using that very yarn. So that's the plan. Again, very elegant, and I think it could be a real staple in my wardrobe. So I'm looking forward to knitting this one. Next top is Soho top by Caidree. The pattern was released in August 2022, and here she suggested to use 2 yarns, the same actually, one's held together. It's like fingering plus fingering is a worsted weight, and the gauge is 20 stitches and 35 rows. It's also just simple garter stitch, boat neck style neckline top. It's also constructed top down, so it should be quite easy to do. It apparently has some I-cord edging, and on the body you have some seams for both sides. There's actually another thing which I really liked about this pattern, how neatly it looks on the side when you kind of use this faux seam, I assume. The suggested yarn is Pearl Soho Sweetgrass, which is, let me just check, it's fingering, and it's 65% cotton, 35% alpaca. What I'm planning to do is to use, just find it, Drops Muscat is mercerized cotton. Yes, I think kitten fluff is everywhere. It gets everywhere. So in this gorgeous color, it says color 3. I mean, it's what to me is kind of mint sort of color. I really like it. I think it could work well for garter stitch pattern, and I need, now this one is 50 gram, yeah, 100 meters and 50 grams, so I don't have to hold the double. I can just use it as is. I think it might work very well. Yeah, so that's another pattern which I'm planning to knit this summer. Okay, move on. The next Cami on the top I want to knit is Camisole number 9 by my favorite Things.Knitwear. The pattern was released in July 2023, and the designer recommends to use knitted for olive, either merino or pure silk or cotton merino, using basically fingering weight yarns. There are quite a few people who have already attempted this pattern with mixed results. From what I've seen on Ravelry, the pure silk camisoles were not as good as cotton merino or merino ones. I'm still reluctant to use merino for this, but I think I might have to bite the bullet, because I just hope that somewhere in the UK might not be as hot as I might want it to be. So merino, or at least to some extent, could be okay here, but I still haven't decided. One of the ideas I have leftover yarn in emerald color. If you're watching my postcard, you would know about it. It is lace weight yarn, West Yorkshire Spinners Exquisite Lace, in color emerald. So it's 80% merino and 20% silk. So I feel it could be more suitable for summer rather than 100% merino. And I was thinking of holding a double. I can buy extra, or I can actually buy, yes, I can buy extra hang and just hold it double. Haven't decided. Maybe I can use some cardigan. There's, I think, Wild and Soft. It's a similar yarn. I think fingering with 60% of merino and 40% silk, so more silk in there. So again, to try to make it more summery, but at the same time, because the top has such a lot of negative ease, to kind of use the stretchiness of merino and the silk, which can breathe, which will allow me hopefully to breathe much better in summer. So that's my ideas at the moment. I really like this top. It's again, it's fingering, so it's gonna take a long time to knit. On the recommended needle size are about like 3, 2.5, and 2 millimeters. So we're talking about very, very small gauge, and people, I think, complain that it just takes forever to knit and round. I mean, I don't mind that too much. I think I will be fine. But people also, judging by the comments and Ravelry, mentioned that at the aging you have to be very careful how you attempt all the seaming. It has really nice details there. So I think I will let this pattern to kind of brew in the background, and maybe I will attempt it towards the end of summer season, because I really like it, but I don't know if I'm ready for this challenge. So we'll see. And the last camisole, last top, is Calm Night Cami by Lily Kate France. I mean, I was looking so forward to this pattern. It came out, I believe, 2 days ago, and I purchased it immediately. It's nice camisole, again bra friendly, which I personally really like, with a very elegant v-neck, which again, I quite enjoy v-necks. The designer knitted hers in yarn art baby cotton. From what I've seen, it is a mix of acrylic and cotton. I'm not so keen on having acrylic in my garments, so I was pondering what I can use. I actually ordered some yarn for it as well already. I haven't received it, so I can't show, unfortunately, but it's BC Gone Summer in Kashmir. It's quite interesting. It is 100%, no, it's 90% cotton and 10% cashmere, which again sounds a bit odd for summer, but again, I'm in the UK, so chances are I will be able to get away with that. And I'm hoping that cashmere can offset the kind of hardiness of cotton and make it a bit not as stiff, I guess. So that's my hope. I'm looking forward to when I receive the yarn to have a feel. But I think as soon as I receive it, I'm gonna cast it on. I just can't wait to make this lovely camisole. Okay, so next we're gonna be talking about t-shirts or tees, and the first pattern which really caught my eye is Sonya's shirt from Susanne Müller. It is quite simple looking, at least t-shirt, but it has quite a few details which really elevate it and make it almost like a shopboard t-shirt. The pattern came out in June last year, and the suggested yarn is Pasquale, Pinta or BC Gone Bio Balance. It is finger and weight yarn on 3.5 or 3 millimeter needles. Again, finger and weight. For some people it might be a bit boring, just kind of endless tucking it, but I don't mind, and I really like the look of this t-shirt. So haven't decided which yarn to use, so we'll see when I get there. The next t-shirt is plain Yoke Tee 20 Solo by Lene Holme Samsøe, or Lene, and the pattern came out in the beginning of this year in March, and the recommended yarn and Sonya Garn Lene. Heard a lot of good things about Sonya Garn Lene, but I've never knitted anything with that yarn, so I think I will use the suggested yarn, but I'm yet to decide which color I would like to use. It's again another reasonably simple but elegant and feminine t-shirt. I quite like this kind of eyelets that the t-shirt has, where I assume it's just like short rows are located as well for the pattern. So simple but elegant, and I like that. The next t-shirt is Moonset Tee by Ozetta. This is quite an old pattern from July 2021, and the suggested yarn is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk. I have started using pure silk, and I'm currently knitting a garment, so I think for this pattern it could work quite well, and I think I will be using Knitting for Olive Pure Silk for this one. Again, it's another pattern which is utilizing fingering weight yarn. So it's 26 stitches and 38 rows on like 275 and 325 millimeter needles. So a very small gauge, a lot of knitting to get through. But I really like the V neck opening here. It's, again, just works top down and looks simple yet elegant, and something you can probably combine with any pieces in your wardrobe. So really nice. I think we're done with t-shirts. The next one I want to share with you is a blouse, and this is the blouse number 2 from my favorite Things.Knitwear. I quite like this. It's obviously drop sleeve, boat neck blouse, which has this kind of nice, I would almost say like a lace motif. It might not be, but it looks like, for someone like me who has never done any lace work at all, I think it could be a nice introduction to see if I like it at all. It seems to be also quite a relaxed fit, but nice. You know, it's not too see-through as well, so I think I might enjoy knitting it. Again, the pattern came in August 2023, so reasonably new pattern, and the suggested yarn is Aroma Petunia. I was thinking, I have yarn, just share with you. This another drops muscat yarn, mercerized cotton. So 100 grams and 100 meters and 50 grams, and obviously quite neutral, and I think it could work really well. So that's what I'm planning to use. I have this yarn already, so I think I'm gonna cast on quite soon. The next on my list is probably the hardest pattern here, is Melides dress by Inês Oliveira. The pattern was published in August 2022, and I know that currently the designer actually had another test call, which I even applied, but later on I realized that what the designer is actually looking for is for people with larger sizes, because while the design is trying to be size inclusive, I don't think it currently is. I was fine. I need the smallest size, but anyway, at the moment, the pattern is in testing again, and I think at some point the designer will release the updated version for it. However, I've already owned this pattern. To say it is involved is an understatement. So if any of you will decide to knit it, I just would like it to be prepared for quite involved work. This is one of the patterns where I would just take every single row and I would read carefully through the whole pattern. I believe when I printed out it was 39 pages. I was impressed to say the least. Apart from the actual pattern, the designer supplies you with an Excel calculator, because this dress is supposed to fit your proportions. So far, I have started knitting this dress already. I give myself some time because it is quite an undertaking, and I started. I think I finished bodice at the moment, so the top part, and I went through 20 pages of instructions. Having said that, if you're ready for the challenge, I mean, I like this precision of the designer, and I'm hoping it's gonna be very well fitted piece, because the calculator you're supplied with, it adjusts your row count, because I think you need to get the gauge, because otherwise it's very difficult. And I would recommend, especially if you're not too experienced, to use recommended yarn, which is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk. I did use that, actually. Let me show you. I'm using Pure Silk in color pea shoots, or pea shoots, I believe. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it's gorgeous green, and I like it. I mean, I can tell you that this yarn goes a long way. I'm using the small size, mind you, but for the whole bodice, I use just one skein of this. So how many meters you have here? 250 meters. So, and I've already done this bed. I mean, and I will need to go with the skirt. It's quite a lot, but even so, as I said, like I went through 20 pages and it's still a lot to go. So love it, and I like the feel of it so far, and I think it'll be amazing. But it's an undertaking. I'm planning to finish it by hopefully the end of July. So I'm going on holiday to southern France in August with the family. So I'm hoping I can wear it. I mean, whether in the UK will be appropriate or not. So I'm going to wear it. Okay. Did I say anything about the pattern? I hope I did. But if you have questions, because this pattern is quite a special one, I feel. And if you want to knit it as well, and if you have issues, feel free to comment. I will do my best to help, because I think at first I struggled quite a bit. It was an interesting introduction, but if you're determined, you'll get through it, I'm sure. Okay, so and the last pattern I would like to discuss today is a bag. It's called Lanta Bag from Susanne Müller. It was released just last year, May 2023. I quite like this kind of V-looking shape. Why I wanted to knit it is that I often somewhere out and about, and I want to pop into the shop, get a few items from my grocery list, like I don't know, some apples, bananas, I don't know, a bit of milk, and I just realized, I don't have a bag, and again, I don't really like buying some plastic bags anyway, and I feel if I have something like this carrying with me, maybe just all kind of squeezed even in my bag, it would be great. So I want to knit it, and yes, it's going to be a very handy item for me. Originally I was thinking of knitting, I think of even trying to crochet, but because I don't know how to crochet, I'm thinking I will be more likely to actually knit an item. So I bought this yarn, I don't know, a year ago. It's Paint Box Yarns Recycled Cotton. I think it is within the recommended gauge, which is 21 stitches and 24 rows. That's the designer recommends. Yes, I have in 100 grams, 155 meters. So I think I should be fine. Yes, so hopefully I will have a nice bag by end of the season. That's it from my list. I hope you enjoyed. If you're curious about these projects and how they turn out, please subscribe to my regular knitting podcast. I'm sure we'll be talking more about each pattern there. I know that my list is possibly a bit over-ambitious for summer, but you never know. Maybe I will have my knitting mojo all through the summer months, and we'll get through quite a few of these patterns. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.